Believe it or not, I actually read the comment section and people keep asking why do some people make ketones and why people are struggling to make ketones. Let me count the ways. Welcome everyone to my very humble life. Now, if you're following me on Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, you might get a little bit more of a window into what's been going on the last couple weeks. So it's been really crazy, but let's get right on to the subject of ketones. Now, somebody asked me about glucose sparing and physiological insulin resistance or physiological insulin resistance rebound, but I'm going to go more into that in another video. Let's talk about these darn ketones right now. Why do some people make them and some people don't? And it's quite fascinating because I work with people who are using glucometers. I've been doing this for years, and the numbers, they tell you a lot of things. Now, first of all, you never test ketones without testing glucose. There's just no point. If your ketones are good, let's say, they look good between a 1.8 and a 3.0, but your glucose is 100, you're not in ketosis. You're just not. Because that glucose would be considered normal after eating ice cream, not after just eating meat or a ketogenic cruciferous vegetable diet. Why are some people having a hard time balancing between glucose and ketones? And the answer for me is quite simple, but let's break it down. Let's start with number one, your gallbladder. A lot of people have an underlying gallbladder issue, meaning the bile salts are either thick like honey and sludgy, and you can't release the bile to go through the plumbing, which is the biliary duct system, meet up with fat, scrub it down so you can absorb that fat and utilize it as ketones. Yeah, gallbladder junked up, ketones suck. You can actually make the ketones and not use them, or your ketones are just low. Even if you're eating tons and tons and tons of fat, a lot of people are presenting really shitey ketones under 1.8 or higher than a 3.0 because their gallbladder either has stones or sludge, or it's tight, or it's not releasing bile properly. So learn more about the gallbladder. Now I can do more videos talking about symptoms and what to look for and how to fix it. But right now I'm just going into the reasons why some people make really amazing ketones and utilize them, and some people have shitey ketones. Now I touched on the subject of glucose, physiological insulin resistance. If your blood sugar is high, those ketones become easily unviable because the body wants to refer to glucose production. Because to have a glucose sparing effect, you have to balance your blood sugar moderate to low. So 75 to an 83 in milligrams per deciliter, or 4.3 to, I think it's 4.5 in millimoles. With that said, there's a trillion reasons why your blood sugar is too high, thus suppressing the utilization of ketones. Stress, poor sleep, pharmacological intervention. Yes, your supplements and your pharmacy stuff, yeah, that jugs your blood sugar. Also HRTs, TRT, aspirin, NSAIDs, birth control pills, women. Yes, anything that's messing with your hormones can mess with your blood sugar. But there's more. There's things like your menstrual cycle, skyrocket, blood sugar all over the place. Or how about postmenopause or premenopause or peri, where you're hot flashing, blood sugar, or the blood sugar bounces up and down and up and down and up and down. This makes your ketones shitey. Either you're not making enough of them, use your glucometer and test it, or you're not using them at all, or your blood sugar's too high, negating ketone viability. Poor sleep does it. The last ones really are poor sleep, going to bed too late, not getting enough sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, taking a long time to fall asleep, not hitting enough deep sleep, REM cycles, watching TV, not breathing properly can spike your blood sugar, suppress your ketones, too much protein, not enough fat, not the right kind of fat, staying up too late while doing stuff like being out working, second, third shift night workers, going to your kid's basketball game at night can shoot down your ketones. Pesticides, chemicals, heavy metals, and your electrolytes. If your sodium potassium balance is off, your magnesium is off, the ketones are really, really, really sensitive. And if you're stressing out and your blood sugar's all over the place and your cortisol's high, it's going to negate the ability to use those ketones. And a lot of people don't know they're stressed because they live in a stress zone, or they live in a concrete jungle and they don't connect with nature, and they don't have enough vitamin D and they don't get enough sleep. And this can make your ketones not usable, or not producing enough of them. I think the lists and lists upon list of things is enough for at least all of you out there to go, oh, that's happened to me, or that description she said, like, a histamine response, or your electrolytes, can I talk, imbalance, or exposure. Your supplements can do it. Your lack of sleep can do it. Over-exercising, exercising too late in the day, that can do it. I know. Pain, chronic pain, which typically comes from histamine intolerance. Yeah. But if you're wondering why that person over there is making ketones but you're not, or why it's so much easier for certain people to get into ketosis or make good ketones, I've given you a big chunky list, but the main reasons are histamine and not enough lipase production, or your pancreas is jacked, or your gallbladder's jacked gallbladder. That's a big, big, big one. Or you're just eating too much protein, not enough fat. The wrong kinds of fat. Or poor quality foods, that can do it too. Or trying to use plant fat and MCT oil. No, you need animal fat specifically to make and utilize ketones. And I hope this helps. Social media. It's a love-hate. But again, my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page, Stephanie Business Person. You can sign up for my course where I cover all 3 diets and go more into depth and create course lessons and exercise and go over the details of physiological insulin resistance, poor ketone production, viability, leaky gut. Oh, leaky gut, that's a huge one. Yeah. It's been a challenging couple of weeks, my people. I am holding it together. Probably one of the worst things that have ever happened to me in my life just happened. But I'm strong, and I'm making it through it. And I'm grateful for life. And I want other people to not get stuck. Momentum. The right thoughts manifest the right reality or the right actions. And I'm out. Energy. On my way to 58.